Greetings, my dear students. Today I'd like to discuss with you the topic the multiple growth model. It is also known as variable growth rate of dividend. In the previous session, we have discussed about constant growth model. And constant growth of dividend may not be a realistic situation. The growth rate of dividend vary from year to year. Usually, dividend grow at supernormal growth rate when companies are getting very high demand for their product. Afterwards, the dividend may grow at normal rate when demand reaches normal levels. Okay, hence in this model, it is assumed that the future period is divisible into two growth segments. First one is the initial period of extraordinary growth, and the second one is the constant growth period. Okay, and for calculating intrinsic value of share, the equation is P0 is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, here the intrinsic value of the share is the sum of present values of two dividend flows. Present values of two dividend flows. First one is the flow means present values of dividend flows from period 1 to n. Okay, that is represented as V1. Okay, and the second aspect is the flow from. The flow means the present values of dividend flows from period n plus 1 to infinity. That is V2. That means V1 is the present value of dividend inflows during the supernormal growth period, and V2 is the present value of dividend inflows during normal growth period. That is constant growth period. Here we are applying the equation as per constant growth model. Okay. And for calculating V1 means the present values of dividend inflows during the supernormal growth. So we need to calculate the present values of dividend inflows in the supernormal growth period. Okay. So here we are calculating the present values of dividends. So for calculating that, equation is V1 is equal to D1 by K 1 plus K raised to 1 plus D2 divided by 1 plus K raised to 2 plus etc. Dn divided by 1 plus K raised to n, where D1, D2 etc. Dn is the estimated dividend during supernormal growth period of first year, second year etc. nth year, and K is the discount rate, that is the received rate of return by the investor, and n is the number of years of supernormal growth. Okay, and V1 can be represented like this also. That is, for calculating present value of dividends, we know we can multiply present value factor with the amount dividend, then we will get present value. So we can apply this equation also for calculating the V1. That is, V1 is equal to D1 into present value factor K rate in first year plus D2 into present value factor K rate second year plus etc. Dn into present value factor K rate nth year. Okay, so we have calculated V1. Now we need to calculate V2. V2 is the present value of Pn. Here the starting year is Pn because the our supernormal year is ended up with nth year. Okay, so Pn means price at the end of the supernormal growth of n years. So the next constant period is started here. So this is the starting period of starting year of this segment. Okay, so usually we are using constant growth model. As by using constant growth model, we can calculate P0 by using the equation P0 is equal to D0 into 1 plus D divided by K minus T. Okay, so here we need to calculate Pn instead of P0. So in the case, if we are calculating P0 by using the equation D0 into 1 plus D divided by K minus G in this constant growth model, we can apply that equation here for calculating Pn. That is Pn is equal to, here we are calculating Pn instead of P0. So instead of D0 we can use Dn. Dn into 1 plus G divided by K minus G. Then we will get Pn, and the present value of Pn is the V2, value of dividend in the normal growth period, that is the constant growth period. Okay, for calculating the present value we can multiply Pn with the present value factor, then we will get present value of Pn. Okay, that is the V2. Now let's go through an example. The question is, find the value of equity share of a company if the company's present dividend is 3.48 per share. Its dividends are expected to grow at the rate of 15% for the first 6 years, and then at the rate of 8% infinitely. So the first 6 years is the supernormal growth period. At that time the growth rate is 15%, and in the second segment, the normal growth period, the constant growth period, the growth rate is, in constant growth period, growth rate is 8%. Okay, and K is 12%. That is the rate of discount or discount rate or capitalization rate or rate of return or anything else. We can call it anything like that. Not anything, we can call K as capitalization rate, discount rate, rate of return, etc. Okay, so K is 12%, and now let's discuss about the solution. For calculating P0, the equation is V1 plus V2. First of all, we need to calculate V1. That means the present value of dividend inflows in the supernormal growth period. Here the current dividend is given as 3.48. We need to calculate, and the growth rate is 15%. In every year the dividend is growing in a 15% rate. Okay, so this is D0. We need to calculate D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, because the supernormal growth period is 6 years. Okay, so for calculating the dividends, we can apply this equation, that is the growth rate is 15%. So we are calculating 15% of 3.48, that is D0, and we are adding up this 15% with 3.48. That is the equation for calculating D1 is 3.48 plus 15% of 3.48. That we can easily calculate it by using this equation, that is 3.48 into 115 divided by 100. That is equal to 3.48 plus 3.48 into 15 by 100. Okay, so we are applying this equation, that is 3.48 into 115 divided by 100. Because growth rate is 15%, we will get D1 as 4.002. Then again this 4.002 will grow at a 15% rate in the second year. So we are again multiplying 4.002 into 115 divided by 100. Then we will get 4.602 as D2, dividend at the end of the second year. Then it is again growing by 15%. So we are multiplying 4.602 into 115 divided by 100. Then we will get dividend at the end of the third year as 5.292. Then 5.292 into 115 divided by 100. Then we will get D4 as 6.086. Likewise, we can calculate all 6 years dividends. Okay, then we are going to calculate V1. For that, V1 means sum total of all present values of dividends in the supernormal growth period. Okay, so for calculating that present value of dividends, we are using this table. here we have 4 columns. First column represents year, then in the second column we are writing dividends. In the third column, the present value factor at 12%, as the K is 12%, and in the last column, present value is the heading of the last column. Okay, and the years are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the dividends we have calculated here. We are writing all those dividends here. As first year's dividend is 4.002, second year's 4.602, third year's 5.292, fourth year's 6.086, fifth year's dividend is 6.999, and sixth year's dividend is 8.049. Okay, then the present value factor at 12% in the first year is 0.8929. We will get it from present value factor table, and we are multiplying this present value factor with this dividend, then we will get the present value of first year's dividend as of 3.5734. Then the second year's dividend is multiplied with the second year's present value factor at 12% rate, that is 0.7972. Then we are multiplying 0.7972 with 4.602, then we will get 4.602's present value, that is present value of dividend in the second year, that is 3.6687. Then we will get present value of third year's dividend 5.292 as 3.668. For that we are multiplying 0.7118 with 5.292. 7.118 means present value factor at 12% in the third year. Okay, likewise we have calculated all the present values of all the dividends. Okay, then we are adding up all these dividends, all these present values of all these dividends in the supernormal growth period. Then we will get the V1 as 22.9253. Okay, now we need to calculate V2. V2 means present value of Pn. Here the nth year is 6th year, so we need to calculate present value of P6. For calculating P6, we know the equation D6 into 1 plus G divided by K minus G. D6 is here, that is 8.049 is D6, 8.049, and growth rate in the second time period, that is normal growth rate, normal time period is 8%. In the supernormal growth rate period segment, the growth rate is 15%, so we have calculated the dividend by using the growth rate of 15%. But in the second time period, that is the normal growth segment or the constant growth period, the growth rate is 8%. So we are here we are using the growth rate as 8%. So D6 is 8.049 plus into 1 plus 0.08, that is 8% is the growth rate, and divided by K minus G. K is 12%, so 0.12 minus growth rate is 8%, so 0.08. Okay, then we will get 8.693 divided by 0.04, that's equal to 217.32 is the P6. Now we need to calculate the present value of this P6. For calculating that, we are multiplying the present value factor at 12%, that is K is 12%, at 12% in the 6th year. Okay, so we are going to calculate the present value of P6. Present value of P6 is equal to 217.32 into present value factor at the rate of 12% in 6th year. That is, present value factor at 12% in 6th year is 0.5066. So we are multiplying 0.5066 with 217.32, then we will get 110.09 as V2. So here we have calculated V1 as well as V2. Now we can easily calculate intrinsic value by using multiple growth model. The equation is, as we all know the equation now, that is P0 is equal to V1 plus V2. Then V1 is here 22.9253 and V2 is 217.32. Then we are adding 22.93 plus 110.09. Then we'll get P0 as 133.02. Okay, now you need to work out this assignment. Okay, thank you.